Hi there, that's right. Great and glorious, soon to be famous one day, Nick Dutch coming back on the camera yet again with more delightful ramblings from the depths of my mind. Just wanted to talk to you very briefly today about the application of scientific method to things of a supernatural nature. Now, the very use of the word science when applied to something like the supernatural often raises a certain quantity of animosity, possibly even skepticism from some groups of people. But as we've already learned from my lengthy, I think it was nearly 3 hours in duration series of YouTube videos, the word pseudoscience doesn't actually have a solid, hard and fast definition. There is only good science and bad science, and even that's a sliding scale. And on the subject of bad science, something is only bad science if there is misinterpretations or misrepresentations. So, for instance, if I was to do an exercise of introspection, that would be valuable in its own right and could still come under the category of science, so long as I was intellectually honest as to what I was doing, the information I was getting, and essentially where the whole exercise was leading. Now, if I was to go against that and to say that because I had imagined something it was definitely true, then that would be, I would say, bad science. But if I was to perform an introspective exercise and to collate the information, make notes of it in a thorough manner, and then use that as a source of inspiration during further exercise, then that could still be regarded as being a positive thing. The same is essentially true when we think about and explore the supernatural. We can still be practical, rational, and even scientific. However, the moment we try and misrepresent what we're looking at, the moment we're applying hard and fast realities when we cannot properly prove or demonstrate them, then we are moving outside of the bounds of good science and into the realms of bad science, and we will then be accused of being pseudoscientific. So I don't like giving a black and white, a monochrome understanding or model of whether the supernatural things exist. What I can say on the basis of experience is that it seems that under certain circumstances, certain things happen. And it is my job as an occultist to find out more about the things which create these results, and then to try and see them in better light and better perspective, and try and get some real, genuine clarity there. However, as we don't know all of the factors which create various different phenomena, it's very difficult, possibly even impossible, for us to be able to state that we know every single thing which creates the phenomenon. I know, for instance, from my experiences, that prayerful exercises and prayerful states and meditative exercises and meditative states seem to be more or less compulsory. However, there do seem to be instances when that is not necessarily the case. A bad dose of a fever, for instance, may provide me with some of the symptoms of an astral projection and may even give me some usable information, usable experiences. It is possible also that under some states of ill health, which I have unfortunately experienced, that telepathy or sensitivity to other people's energy fields can also occur as well. But not being someone who fully understands the biological mechanisms that may weaken my defenses, I can't say precisely which phenomena was actually in effect there, or what was happening in the brain or in the body. But it's still scientific for me to take notes on these things and to make some conjectures. The conjectures themselves can stand as the basis for a hypothesis. The hypothesis itself can stand for the basis of an experiment. From the experiment, we can then work out whether there is something valid in the hypothesis, and from that to create a theory. But the moment we start to see that, we start to define the theory as being hard and fast and solid, when we don't fully understand all of the phenomena that are in place here, that's when we end up becoming bad scientists. Alright, if you haven't seen the full playlist called Science and the Occult, go to my playlist section and have a quick look. Speak to you again soon. Bye for now.